Okay, we're going to look at another property of exponents. We were looking yesterday at when you have a 0 as an exponent, and when you have a negative as an exponent. Here's another rule. And the rule is called the general rule, multiplying powers with the same base. So here it is in your notes. If you have a to the m times a to the n, then this must equal a to the m plus n. So this part here is called the base, and this part here is the exponent. So if they have the same base and you're multiplying two numbers, then you can add the exponents. So for example, 2 to the third times 2 to the fourth is just 2 to the 3 plus 4, which is the same thing as 2 to the seventh. Okay, so if we keep practicing down here in example 1, your base on these two things here is both 8. So this is 8 raised to the 3 plus 6, which is 8 to the ninth. And you could punch that in your calculator if you wanted. Here again, you have the same base. It's 0.5. So you add the exponents. So you're going to have negative 3 plus negative 8, which gives you 0.5 raised to the negative 11. And then over here you've got three terms. You've got 9, and you're going to have to raise that to the negative 3 plus 2 plus 6, which turns out to be 9 to the fifth. Let's look at another kind of example. Here we have two things or several things that we're multiplying together that have the same base but with variables. So what I'm going to do in this one here first is I'm going to rewrite this. It's fair to say, I think you will all agree that this is just 5 times x to the fourth times x to the ninth times 3 times x. And you also agree that like 3 times 5 is the same thing as 5 times 3. You can change the order around if you wanted. So I'm going to change the order around. I'm going to put all my constants out front, 5 times 3, and then I'm going to have times x to the fourth, times x to the ninth, times x. Now really there's a variable, there's an exponent there of 1. Now this becomes a lot easier for me. This is just 15 right here. But here I'm going to have x to the fourth plus 9 plus 1. Combining all my bases there with their exponents into one expression. So this is just going to be 15 x to the 14th once you add all of those exponents. Same thing for b. I'm going to start and I'm going to rewrite this with my constants out front. So negative 4 times 7 times 2 times c cubed times c to the negative 2 times d squared. This just becomes a lot easier. I can see what these are going to multiply to. That's negative 56. Then here I've got two numbers I'm multiplying that have the same base, so I'm going to add their exponents, times c to the 3 plus negative 2, and then I'm going to still multiply by d squared. There's nothing I can do with the d squared. So this will simplify to negative 56 c to the first d squared. I'll be right there. All right, part C. I'm gonna move my 12 out front. So this is just 12 times j squared times j times k squared, which gives me 12j, and that's going to be squared plus 1. Really, there's a 1 there. Times k squared, which is simplified 12j to the third times k squared. All right, there's a few down below in your guided notes to practice before you come tomorrow.